Hello again and welcome back to my shop. Now there is one question that I get asked over and over again, and that is, how long does it take to make an ink pen? Well, in the case of the pen I'm going to show you tonight, it only took 1.5 years. No, you didn't hear me wrong, 1.5 years. Here's the pen, and it's made, or the blank for this pen is made from latex paint. You'd like to know a little more? Let me show you how it all happened. I got an old shoebox and I put a little clear packing tape in the seams so that the paint wouldn't be able to leak out. And I also drew a line 3/4 of an inch up from the bottom of the box around the back and the front of the box. The idea behind the line is the average thickness of a blank for making a pen is 3/4 of an inch. So when my paint reaches that level, I know that I've got a thick enough blank to turn into a pen. It's a cold day today, so the paint is somewhat thick, but I don't think that should make a whole lot of difference. Alright, that's actually a little thicker than I want it to go, but with the paint being so thick, because of the weather, I'm sure, having a little bit of trouble. So I'm just going to take a stick and kind of swirl this around just a little bit. Here's the box with the latex paint, and here's what it looks like. I'll slide this down a little bit. You can see September of 2013, December of 2013, and May of 2014 is when I made my 3 pours, each roughly 1/4 inch, maybe a little more. It's dried throughout. It's as hard as a rock right now. A couple of cracks, from drying, it shrank a little bit. But let's go ahead and get it removed from the box and get it cut into a blank. What I want to do now is I'm going to go ahead and take these corners off of this blank here at the bandsaw, and the idea behind that is I don't want to catch on these and rip anything apart. So we're just going to kind of take the hard edges off of it and see if that helps with the turning. This will be my 4th attempt at turning a latex blank. The first 3 attempts, I ended up losing them right down around the bushings as I would get close to the bushing size. And I got to thinking about it, and if I go from the center of the blank out, I've got a cut going, and it should continue and produce a nice smooth cut. I'm fairly happy with my results here. I've got a nice transition from the blank to the bushings. I'm happy with that. I do have a couple of pock marks. I think that's caused probably by air bubbles in the paint, but I'm not going to concern myself with that. I think it gives the blank character. What I'm going to do is flip this blank over and begin sanding, and I'll flip in between each grit, and I'm going to lightly sand to see if I can sort of smooth this out. And after I get finished sanding, I'll try to fill any remaining pock marks with a little CA, level those up, and we'll see if we can't get a finish on it. I've only sanded it with 100 grit sandpaper so far, and I'm real happy with how the blank looks. It's doing better than I thought. I'm keeping the paper moving in an effort not to build up any heat. I've got a little bit more sanding I want to do with the 100 grit. I can still feel kind of just a little bump right there, and I got so close this time I thought, man, I'm not going to take a chance with the chisel. I'll just use the paper. So I'm going to grab another piece of 100 grit. I'm going to do a little sanding, and I'll come back when I get this thing smoothed out and show you what I do for finishing it. I'm just going to go ahead and treat this like any other blank and finish it with CA. My blank is looking really good. I applied 2 coats of thin CA glue. I followed that up with 4 coats of a medium CA glue for leveling purposes. I sanded that medium down with my micro mesh, and I've come back and I just applied my 5th coat of medium CA glue. At this point, once the blank is good and dry, I'm going to go ahead and micro mesh it one additional time, and we're going to polish it and assemble a pin. I just finished up with the micro mesh, and I'm going to go ahead and polish now. The blank looks amazing. Let me get it off the lathe and press it into a pin kit. I would like to present to you quite possibly the only pin in existence made from latex paint. This blank was a blast to make. I enjoyed making this video. There was a lot of issue with turning the blank, but once I figured out how to handle the material, it really made for a nice pin. I'd really like to thank you for joining me in the shop tonight. I hope you enjoyed this video. I had a great time making this pin. It was a challenge, but nothing beats a good challenge. If you liked this video, please give me a thumbs up. If you really liked it, do me the honor of sharing it. I'd like for a lot of people out there to see this video because I'll be honest, I searched and I didn't find another pin anywhere on YouTube that was made from a latex paint. If you happen to know of one or find a video of one, please send me a link to it. I'd love to see it. I want you to know that you are always welcome in my shop. Come back and see me again real soon.